Hi friends, welcome to the new session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the digital transmission. Okay, digital transmission. So in the digital transmission, first we will discuss digital data to digital signal conversion. Okay, digital data to digital signal conversion. So you'll be knowing what is a digital data and what is a digital signal, right? So digital data means what? It is a binary data. That is, it consists of a strings of zeros and ones. Okay, it is a sequence of bits, right? So what is a digital signal? Digital signal means what? It is a sequence of discrete discontinuous voltage pulses, right? So we are converting digital data. That is, for converting this digital data to digital signal, we have different two types of coding methods. That is, coding methods are used for converting this digital data to digital signal. Okay, you have to study two different types of coding. That is, first is line coding and second is block coding. Okay, the line coding is frequently used for digital data to digital signal conversion, but you have to study both. Okay, line coding and block coding. So first we will discuss what is line coding. Okay, so in line coding, technique is used for converting digital data to digital signal. Digital data means it is a sequence of binary bits, right, into some digital signal. Digital signal means what? It is a sequence of discrete discontinuous voltage pulses, right? So remember here, every data symbol or data element means what? Data symbol or data element is coded into a signal element, that is, data symbol means what, or data element means what? It can be 1, it can be 0, or it can be 1 1, or it can be 1 0 1 1 and all that. Okay, that is the data elements or data symbol. It is coded into a signal element, into a single signal element or a multiple signal elements. So this signal will be having a voltage. That is, digital signal, digital signal means what? It is a sequence of discrete discontinuous voltage pulses. So remember, we will be having positive voltage. 1 represents positive voltage, 0 represents negative voltage and all that, right? So that is what line coding, that is, just we are converting digital data into digital signal. And also in the digital communication system, in the data communication system, we will be having a sender and will be having a receiver, right? So at the sender side, this digital data is converted, is encoded. Okay, it's encoded into digital signal, and at the receiver side, this digital data are recreated by decoding the digital signal, right? So here, in line coding, we have the binary data or we have the digital data. It is getting converted into the digital signal, that is a discrete discontinuous voltage pulses, set of sequence of voltage pulses, through this line coding method. Okay, that is line coding. So then we will discuss the classification of line coding, that is several line coding methods, line coding schemes. Okay, so these are the classification of line coding scheme. Okay, so the line coding scheme can be classified into unipolar, polar, bipolar, multi-level and multi-transition. Okay, and in unipolar, that is non-return to zero. Again, unipolar scheme, it can be divided into one that is non-return to zero, and in polar scheme, that is you have to study three classification, that is non-return to zero, return to zero, and biphase. In biphase, you have to study Manster and differential Manster. Coding is very important. Okay, then bipolar. In bipolar, you have to study the AMI and pseudo ternary. Okay, and in multi-level, there are three coding schemes are the 2B by 1Q, 8B by 60, 4D PMS pulse amplitude modulation, and you have to study that. And in multi-transition, this MLT3. Okay, so you have to study this line coding schemes in your subject, that is data digital transmission. Okay, so we'll discuss each encoding scheme one by one. Okay. So first we will discuss about unipolar encoding scheme. Okay, so uni means what? It's single, right? So in unipolar encoding scheme, single voltage level is used. Okay, single voltage level, that is 1 represents high voltage is transmitted, 0 that is no voltage is transmitted. Okay, so here in this figure you can see a single voltage is transmitted, that is it is represented by V, that is during one high voltage is transmitted. Okay, during one high voltage is transmitted, and in 0 there is no voltage is transmitted. Again in one high voltage, again in one high voltage, and in 0 no voltage is transmitted. So 1 denotes that high voltage is transmitted, and 0 denotes that no voltage is transmitted. And the example for this unipolar encoding scheme is non-return to 0, that is in short NRZ. Okay, NRZ, that is non-return to 0. Non-return to 0 means what? That is the signal level does not return to 0 during a simple transmission. Okay, does not return to 0. Okay, does not, that is because it is a single voltage level as used. Only one denotes that high voltage is transmitted. Okay, and also you can see all the signal levels in unipolar encoding scheme, all the signal levels are on just one side of the time axis, one side of the time axis, either above or below. Okay, just only one side of the time axis. Okay, and then remember in unipolar encoding scheme there is no synchronization. Okay, there is no synchronization and also no error detection. Okay, no synchronization and no error detection. Actually it is very simple, but it takes a more power consumption. Okay, power consumption is larger. Okay, that is the problems with the unipolar encoding scheme. Just remember a single voltage level is used in this, and all the signal levels are on the one side of the time on the side one side of the time axis, and the one represents high voltage is transmitted, and 0 that is no voltage is transmitted. Okay, the one you can see the voltage is transmitted, and 0 no voltage is transmitted. Okay, next is polar encoding. Okay, in polar encoding, we use multiple voltage levels. Okay, multiple voltage levels are used to represent the binary values. Okay, here you need to study four different types, four different schemes in polar encoding. That is, first is non-return to 0. Okay, first is non-return to 0. Non-return to 0, in this non-return to 0, you have to study two different variants are the, that is non-return to 0 L and non-return to 0 I. Non-return to 0 L is for level signal. Okay, and that is L stands for level. And non-return to 0 I means inversion. I stands for inversion, that is the signal level gets inverted. Whatever the signal levels, it gets inverted. Okay, that is NRZI. Then second is return to 0. Okay, return to 0. And third is Manster encoding scheme, that is Manster. And fourth is differential Manster. Okay, Manster and differential Manster, these are also called as biphase. Okay, biphase. This you need to study in this polar encoding. Okay, non-return to 0, return to 0, Manster and differential Manster, and this Manster and differential together we call it as biphase. Okay, then first we'll discuss about non-return to 0. That is non-return to 0, it uses two voltage levels. Okay, it uses two voltage levels. Then you can see, although we can use multiple voltage levels, right, multiple voltage levels for representing the binary values, but here non-return to 0, it uses two voltage levels to represent the binary data. Okay, here you see this timing diagram. Listen here, first you see NRZN. There are two variants of NRZ, non-return to 0, that is non-return to 0 L and non-return to 0 L. First we will see non-return to 0 L. Okay, then here there's 0. If I start with 0, okay, 0 it indicates a positive voltage. Okay, 0 for positive and 1 for negative. That is 0 for up, 0 for up. Okay, here 0 for up, or it is positive. Okay, and 1 for down, that is negative. Okay, So 0 is positive. So whenever 0 is encountered, the signal is raised. And whenever 1 is encountered, the signal is down. Again 0 is encountered, the signal is raised. Again 0 is encountered, the signal is raised. 1 is encountered, the signal is down. 1 is encountered, signal is down. 1 is encountered, the signal is down. Again 0 is encountered, the signal is raised. So here in NRZL, okay, in NRZL, just the level of the signal, it determines the value of the bit, right? So that is it's 0 for up and 1 for down. 0 for positive, 1 for negative. So whenever the 0 is encountered, the signal will be raised, and whenever 1 is encountered, the signal is down. Likewise, so the level of the signal determines the value of the bit. Okay, determines the value of the bit, that is in NRZL. Okay, next is NRZI. Okay, I for inversion. Okay, then here you can see inversions, it starts with 0. Again it starts with 0. So it is starting with 0, and you see next bit is 1, right? Next bit is 1. So whenever this 1 is encountered, okay, whenever this 1 is encountered, the signal changes, the transition of the signal changes. That is, whenever 1 is encountered, the signal is changed. And if the signal goes like this until that is when the next bit is 1, that is when the next bit is 1, the signal will be changed, the transition of the signal will be changed. That is, here you look, next 0, they will start with 0, right? So, okay, 0, then next bit is 1. Okay, next bit is 1, so the signal changes, right? Next bit is 1, so the signal changes, and the next bit is 0. Again no change, the signal is signal have no change, it goes like this. Okay, again next is 0, the signal have no change, it goes like this. Next bit is what? 1. So during 1, the transition of the signal changes. Okay, the signal level changes, that is, in 1 is encountered, the signal is changed. Again 1 is encountered, the signal is changed. Again 1 is encountered, the signal is changed. Again next is what? Next is 0. Next is 0, so no change. Okay, 0, no change. If next if suppose if next bit is 0, again it will go like this. Okay, 0, if the next bit is 0, again it will go like this. If the next bit is 1, it will change, the signal level, it changes. Okay, and if it is 1 again, and if it is 1 again, again the next level changes. Okay, likewise this will go, that is it changes only when the next bit is 1. Okay, in this it starts with 0 and next bit is 1. Okay, the signal level changes, and here no, until the next bit is 1. When the next bit is 1, only the signal level is changing. Okay, signal level is changing. It is here, it is 0, here it is 0. So the signal level, it remains same. So just the inversion, it determines the value of the bit. So in NRZI, just the inversion, it determines the value of the bit. Okay, that is about the NRZ. Okay, that is non-return to 0. That is the two variants, NRZL and NRZI. You should draw the diagram like this. Okay, for this in polar encoding, the first topic is NRZ. First scheme is NRZ, non-return to 0. It will be here, we uses 2 voltage levels to represent the binary data, and here we can see 2 variants are there, that is non-return to 0 L and non-return to 0 I, and should draw this diagram. Okay.
So next is polar RZ encoding scheme. Okay, so we have discussed a non-return to 0 encoding scheme. Okay, polar non-return to 0. In polar encoding, we have 4 different schemes, that is non-return to 0, return to 0, and biphase. That is, biphase include Manster and differential Manster. Okay, so the problem with the non-return to 0, that is non-return to 0, we have discussed. The problem with the non-return to 0 is that the sender and receiver, they are not synchronized, means the receiver cannot conclude that is when a bit is ended or when the next bit is started. That is, both the sender and receiver, they are not synchronized. Okay, that problem is solved in polar return to 0. Okay, so that is in polar return to 0, it uses 3 voltage levels. 3 voltage levels, that is positive voltage level indicates 1. Okay, negative voltage level it indicates 0, and 0 voltage is none. Okay, 0 voltage is 0, that is positive, negative, 0. Positive voltage indicates 1, negative voltage level 0, and 0 voltage is none. Okay, so consider this diagram, this timing diagram, that is our information bit or our data bit is what, 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, that is our information bit. Okay, 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, then okay, so our starting bit is what, 0. Our starting bit is 0. So the difference between this non-return to 0 and return to 0 is that both in return to 0, both the sending and receiving will be over. Okay, both sending and receiving will be over within a single bit. Okay, that is both the sender and receiver, they are synchronized. Okay, so that is here we start with 0. Okay, that is 0 is starting. Here 0 indicates down and 1 indicates up. Okay, 0 indicates down and 1 indicates up. Okay, so we are starting from 0. Okay, 0, we are starting from 0. Okay, just so this 0 bit is completely transferred. Okay, this 0 bit is completely transferred, that is sender is sending the 0 bit 0 and receiver is receiving the bit 0. That is both the sender and receiver, they are synchronized. That is both, there's the 0 is sending, that is 0 is sending, it is completely transferred. It is completely transferred within a single cycle. Within a single cycle, this we call it as, that is within a single cycle. Okay, within a single cycle this 0 bit is completely transferred. Okay, then next bit is what, 1. Okay, next bit is 1. Okay, so this 1 again we start with here from 1, that is again the 1 bit is completely transferred. Okay, completely transferred within this cycle. Within this cycle, that is the sender will be sending the bit 1 and the receiver will be receiving the bit 1. That is within the single cycle, that is both sending and receiving will be within a single bit, will occur within a single bit or within a single cycle. It is transferred. So they are transferred, that is sender is transferring the bit to receiver. And again next is 0. Okay, again next is 0. 0 is transferred between sender and receiver, receives 0. Again the next bit is 0. Okay, next bit is 0 and 0 is sending and the receiver is receiving the bit 0. Again the bit is 1, next bit is 1. Okay, next bit is 1 and again the sender is sending and receiver is receiving. So you'll see that is within a single cycle, both the sender is sending the bit 0 by bit 0 and receiver is receiving it. So this in this figure, in this non-return to 0, for a data symbol means what, for a 0 1 it's called as data symbol, right? So here for a data symbol 0, there exists 2 signal transition. For every symbol there exists 2 signal transition. Likewise 2 signal transition, like that, like there is 2 signal transition exist. Okay, 2 signal transition exists for one symbol. So this requires much bandwidth is required. Okay, although this provides synchronization, that is both the sender and receiver, they are synchronized, but for each symbol this takes 2 signal transitions are required. So it requires what, bandwidth, much bandwidth. Okay, that is the problem with the return to 0 scheme. Okay, it provides synchronization but it takes much bandwidth, and also it has no error detection capability. Okay, error detection capability is not there in for return to 0. So both the sender and receiver, they are synchronized. Both, that is sender will be sending the bit 0 and the receiver will be receiving it within the single cycle. That is in each cycle, in each cycle, this we called it as each time period, that is time period or a cycle. So both the sender and receiver, they are synchronized. Okay, that is about a polar return to 0 scheme. So we have discussed non-return to 0 and return to 0 in polar encoding. So non-return to 0 does not provide synchronization. It uses 2 voltage levels, and the return to 0, it uses 3 voltage levels, and it provides us synchronization but no error detection capability. And both, that is non-return to 0 and return to 0, does not provide any error detection capability. And we will discuss Manster and that is biphase, that is Manster and differential Manster encoding scheme in the next video. Okay, that section is more important because it is the Manster and differential Manster encoding scheme is most widely used. Okay, so that's about polar RZ encoding. So in this video we have discussed, in this session we have discussed about the different digital transmission, that is digital data to digital signal conversion. In that we have discussed 2 coding methods, that is line coding and block coding. And then here we are discussing about line coding, and in the line coding we have discussed unipolar and polar encoding. Okay, unipolar, in the unipolar we have discussed non-return to 0, and in a polar encoding scheme we have discussed only 2, that is return to 0 and non-return to 0, and we will discuss biphase in the next video. Okay, thank you.